guys, and welcome back to Urban Air Gunner. The last thing you saw me do was set up my Sig MCX, and maybe you even saw me take the first few shots with it. Well, today I'm in my backyard and I'm going to be putting it through its paces. Now, to load the gun is super simple. People will tell you all different kinds of tips and tricks, but really there's only one thing to remember when taking the belt out of the gun and putting it back in. Open it up. You can rotate it. You always rotate it up. You see the two little black clips that represents that you're at the end of your belt. You always pull the belt out from the bottom. Always put the belt in from the top. Out from the bottom, into the top. Out the bottom, into the top. The other thing that I kind of want to hit on, because I actually had this backwards the first time I loaded it, is you can see that on the top of these are little bumps. They run all along the top. These bumps point out. They don't go towards the clip, they go out. If you try and load them like this in the clip somehow, they just don't go. They go out. Now, putting the pellets in the belt is very easy as well. Sig actually gives you this little tool right here to help smooth the process over. Now, this is a 3-in-1 tool. This piece right here adjusts the front sight. This piece right here, this little flat piece, adjusts the rear sight. So front sight, rear sight. And this little nipple right here seats the pellets. So once you have them in, you simply go through and push them in. Take your pellet, make sure that the metal face is pointing down, that the head of the pellet goes towards the metal piece on the belt. Take your finger, just push them in. So what you can do to make the process a little faster is go kind of get them all seated like that. Go back through, push them in with your finger, go back through, seat them with the tool. And it's as easy as that to load the belt. Putting the belt back in the clip, like I say, you open the clip up, make sure this is facing up and oriented so the metal part and the heads are going in the right direction of the fire. So for me, I'd want it to go in like this. Put them all in. Close it up. On this side of the clip, you can physically move it. You see I have nothing loaded right there and a pellet loaded right there. I want to leave it on the nothing loaded, so then when it cycles, it'll be shooting the first pellet in line. It's as easy as that. Click it into the rifle and go. And loading the clip is really simple. It's actually as easy as that. I didn't really even need to do any looking to how to load it. I didn't read the instructions, pulled it out, struggled putting it back in once, realized what the correct way to put it in, had no problem since then. I think the important thing to remember is what a lot of people stress: out from the bottom, in from the top, and that's it. All right, guys, I've showed you how to load the belt and put it into the magazine. Let me show you how to load and change the CO2 canisters. These right here are 90-gram CO2 canisters. That's what the Sig runs on. And let me show you how to change them real quick. Real simple. The gun has on the stock, is where it's housed, a little button right here. When I undo this, it's probably going to spew a little CO2. They say you can get about 200 useful rounds out of a 90-gram CO2. I think I've gone beyond that, so I just want to change it, get the fresh one in, get back to it. So let's unscrew it. Yeah, and I think that by the sound of that was right at the end of its life cycle. Toss the old one out. I'll pick it up later. For the new one, they recommend using Pell gun oil or whatever lube you have. Keep the seals fresh. Put a little drop of it right there on the end. It's probably more than enough right there. Screw it back in. It's as easy as that. Put the stock back on. You're ready to get back shooting.
This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. fire.